Hello, you cheeky bitches. I'm back for another video. Woohoo! So, the other day I was scrolling through YouTube like I normally do, and I found this video called 20 Things Girls Like That Guys Do. Now, it's great that people want to try and help the situation, but at the same time I couldn't help but think, can one person really speak for an entire group of people? I mean, hey, it's great if you know people who like those things or you like them. At the same time, there are going to be some people who don't like what you do. Like some of the suggestions, I'm sure there's tons of them all over YouTube. Some of the suggestions were the way they get hugs. I don't like being hugged certain ways. I actually don't prefer to be surprise hugged. It's kind of creepy for me. I mean, some people like it, some people don't. And I think it's wrong to assume that because one person likes it, the rest of the people will like it. Another thing that actually I don't know if anybody else finds is quite as creepy as I do, but when people like come up behind you and whisper in your ear, or like they whisper song lyrics, it kind of has that serial killer vibe, personally. I understand that a lot of people like that and they think it's romantic, but I'm sure there's gotta be other people who don't like that. The problem is people aren't as uniform as society and TV shows would have us think they are. And I think the real way to get to somebody is to learn about them. You can't just go on YouTube and assume that you're going to know what somebody likes. Because they could say, girls like pink things. Not every girl likes the color pink. Or, she might like pink, but she might like a different color better. And you can't just go off of what some girl says in her bedroom, of all people to be speaking, but you kind of have to get to know somebody rather than assume things. If I could give a piece of advice to anybody about getting somebody to like you, or, getting to know somebody, or, getting a relationship other than getting to know somebody personally, I think the number one rule for anything is that you should respect the person that you want to get to know, whether that be for, a romantic relationship or a friendship, or, because they're a family member or they're going to be. I think respect is the one thing we need to focus on. I mean, it's fantastic if you want to do videos that, you know, tell things, because there's going to be a vast majority of people who do like that. But I think people also need to remember that there are going to be some people who don't fit the mold that has been formed. Some people don't like guys who are tall. Some people do. Or, even with girls. Some guys don't like tall girls. Other guys, they love tall girls. It's really essentially to each their own. And I think that's what it comes down to. When it comes to getting to know somebody as well, when you're taking time to get to know them, don't make assumptions, like I said, about what they're going to like. Just because they're a girl who looks a certain way doesn't mean they're going to like certain things. Ask them first, you think you want to take them to the mall or something. Maybe they just want to go to a museum. Or maybe, he's a guy and you think that he's gonna like cars, even though, not all guys like cars. Maybe he's into different things. Maybe he likes bands more than he likes cars. Maybe he doesn't know anything about cars. And, perhaps he would rather spend time on Xbox, which is a reasonable thing considering that it's so popular now. And you also can't assume that he would just prefer to play Xbox, even though a lot of people like it. I think this also falls into the category of gender stereotypes, because there are going to be girls who like cars, and there are going to be guys who like museums and going to the mall. And you just have to get to know people rather than assume that you're going to know them. If you want to go watch other videos, though, about, 20 things guys like about girls or girls like about guys, then go for it. I mean, it's totally up to you. It could help anyway. But at the same time, you have to keep in mind that each person is an individual, so don't assume that just because a video told you one thing, that's the way it's going to be. It's probably not going to be that way. And just get to know somebody rather than judging them based on appearance or who they present themselves as. And once again, respect is the most important thing for any relationship to work. Whether it's respecting opinions or feelings or boundaries, that's what's going to make a relationship work. And with that, I will see you guys later. Don't know when I'm gonna upload next, so keep on your toes, because it just might be freaking interesting.